Blackthorn, all I was going to say was that the waterfall cascades off of the rocks. There's nothing behind it, but you notice strange purple buds floating on the water as it cascades
Oh,
down the...
score!
Oh, he did something while you were gone.
He
He
doesn't know
started
about
a.
me.
What were you doing, Rage?
I'm sitting over on the edge of the waterfall in my bear form, pawing for salmon.
They're actually very oddly, it's actually way more relevant than your nature check. There's actually no fish coming from this stream, and you notice that it ends in a rocky outcropping to the south, which is unusual for a fresh stream.
Okay, I want to go to the purple flowers.
Okay. They appear to be flowers that are bright purple, but they're just buds. They're not in bloom.
Oh, wait, are those the ones down there?
Yep.
Alright, I'm down there now.
Okay.
I guess I will look over here to see what's up with the water.
Try blazing it.
Try blazing it, yo. Give me a nature check or perception. The water looks like you could maybe swim under the rocky outcropping, but you don't know how far it goes, and you don't know how strong the current is. Could be dangerous.
Could be super fun.
It could be. I'm gonna do it.
Oh shit, for real?
This one
Okay.
over there.
All right. Against the current, which is mild but still kind of cause some irritation as you paddle against it. Give me an athletics check to swim. I'm assuming you're swimming upstream, like a good salmon. Okay. All right. Lucky for you, you don't have to hold your breath very long. You come to a natural spring pool inside of a mountain. It is pitch black.
Oh man, do I have anything to light that? I do not. If only I was playing some sort of race that could generate fire or something.
If only.
If only your Dragonborn could breathe anything. Not even just fire, but anything.
I can breathe fear.
That is technically what you do. All right. You actually notice as you come up for air that your head bumps against something hard, maybe driftwood.
Ah, I'm gonna feel that driftwood up.
It's definitely driftwood. That's all you can tell in pitch blackness, though.
Quinn's turned invisible.
Dang.
I'm
This
not
would
there.
probably be something interesting if I could see.
For now, you feel like it might be a little bit foolhardy to continue onward without light.
Yeah, I'll go back.
Okay. You are free to continue on your nature trail journey if you like.
Alright, yeah, I'll keep hiking around.
Okay. You finish the last leg of the trail. It's very beautiful, very serene. You're kind of like your armor gleams from the moistness of the water from your swim, and it was a very nice experience.
Well, that's good.
Yes. You notice it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, which means that the rest of the team's probably been at Catorce Vineyards for about 2 hours, which meanwhile, at Catorce Vineyard, do we end with Amron and Quinn?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. And you stalled him for a little bit, but he's getting impatient. Amron, what are you doing specifically?
Well, I picked out a book to look through it.
Okay.
Just kind of browse the room.
Okay. Not super convincing.
Oh.
All right. Jeeves is getting annoyed, and it looks like he's about to usher you onward to the next destination.
Is everything okay, Jeeves? You look a
Yes,
little.
yes, it's a very big day, and I need to be present for the will signing. So if you don't mind, I would just like to show you the winery so that we could end this little charade.
Oh, Quinn. The
The
winery.
She kind of looks at Quinn, like, and her eyes like sparkle.
Oh,
Fake,
wow.
all fake. And
The
she's like, "Let's
winery.
go to the winery."
We need to take an extra good look at the winery for Master Reed.
All right. You
He
notice
instructed me to make sure the wine was up to the best standards.
bluff.
I mean, that's kind of half true. I kind of wanted to make sure this was good wine.
What'd I tell you guys?
That this would work? So far, I'm not believing you.
This'll work.
Why is it not rolling?
I don't know. Why is it not rolling?
There we go.
Sometimes for like one person, it'll just take a
Oh,
while.
I don't see it. Does anyone else see it?
I don't.
I don't see it.
Mm-mm.
Oh, there
Oh,
it is.
there it is.
There it is.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
that's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one. It'd be like, very well, very well. If the heir to the Katosi fortune wished it so, we may as well make it so.
That's right!
He does.
Quinn, drink some for me. I can't because of the baby.
Oh, of course, milady.
Good save. As far as he knows, you're actually pregnant. He doesn't actually think that you're not pregnant.
I do think you're pregnant.
All right, so he leads you down a pretty dark hallway, and there's a overwhelming musk in the area. It's clearly seen a lot of foot traffic, maybe from not just the residents of the manor, but also the local workers that work in the winery. He opens the door. It leads down a spiral staircase, and he leads you onward. Anything before you go down? No? Okay.
No?
All right. He leads you to the bottom of the staircase, and you are overwhelmed by a few unusual odors for a winery. You have an overwhelming smell of wet dog and tobacco.
Fucking wet dogs all in this
Wait a
bitch.
minute.
It's all a
Amron.
conspiracy. Packs of stray dogs have been controlling this space station.
Well,
Yeah, totally.
No, if I remember correctly, last session when we both, me and Amron,
No.
yes, when we
Right?
first went into the inn, me and her smelled that same smell,
no,
and she saw it was the
That is
the nose.
correct. That
I
is
hope
correct.
you guys aren't saying this out loud right now.
No.
No.
And it's not like I saw two gnolls having sex or anything.
I elbow Amron, and I'm just like, smells good in here, doesn't it?
That's not conspicuous at
What?
all.
No, it smells like a wet dog. Jeez, what is that smell?
I must apologize. Our migrant workers are not the cleanliest of folk, but I
okay.
assure you.
Okay.
And they're handling the wine.
But I assure
Wait a
you,
minute.
the
Do
wine
you
is of
use
the highest.
migrant workers
Is
in
there-
here?
Is there a way
Yes,
to give
it's all-
you a warp shard, Luke, for...
It's all perfectly legal. And you see, Umbridge Farms does not frown upon such a practice.
Gotta keep the price of the vegan vegetables low, right?
Yeah, basically. Like I said, all the corporations are assholes. Like they all have shitty things about them. You're like, yes, if you'll please wait here, I must make sure that everything is prepared for your visit. So he's going to leave you on the bottom of the stairs and go around the corner for a moment. Would you like to make any checks or anything like that while he's gone? You do hear arguing coming from the.
I want to go like tiptoe, if we can just tiptoe towards the.
I guess I try to as well.
Okay, stealth.
Yeah. Oh God!
Actually,
All
that's
right.
pretty good.
This is where I sell.
Actually, mine's pretty good for a freaking monk.
No, monks are good at stealth. Oh, unless it's this case.
Except now, of course.
So you two round the corner and see at the end of a long hallway there is a room lit by candlelight, and Jeeves is arguing with a hulking gnoll. The gnoll looks over with blood-red eyes and sees you. No visitors. No visitors. We very busy. Well, yes. They are friends of the family, however, and we must give them perhaps at least one glass of wine. Fine. Get them out of my face afterwards, So the gnoll turns, marches off, and G looks behind him, says, oh, yes, come right this way, and make it quick, please.
Goes back to mowing the lawn.
Well, for Lord Reeve, you know, I think he really wanted me to try every different version of wine you make here.
Bluff.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we can provide you with a sip of 2 of our low-end reserves, but that should give you a pretty good indication of the quality we strive for here at Catorce Vineyards.
Well, I suppose, but if it isn't up to Master Reeve's standards...
Then he can deal with it personally, I assure you. Now then, if you please come with me, he leads you into the candlelit room. You notice that there are 2 doorways on either side. To the left, there is a cavernous winery, barrels and barrels of wine, and gnolls carting crates around in the actual floor. To your right, a gigantic iron vault.
Huh.
He pours you 2 glasses of wine.
Put the horse blinders on and just...
Excuse me. I drink the wine for once in my life, as slow as possible.
Okay. That's fine. He buys it. He's used to that, actually. That's how connoisseurs do it.
Well,
I go to Napa Valley.
my sommelier training, I guess it's adequate. There are gonna be some changes around here, I can tell you that.
Yes, well, when the will is signed, Reeve can make all the changes he wants.
No, I believe he will. You might be the first one.
I'll believe it when I
Oh
see
boy,
it.
let's play nice here.
Yes, we wouldn't want to upset the baby now.
My boy Quinn's got my back.
This is true. I am sorry, milady. Never wanted to
Milady.
upset the baby.
Oh god.
Now then, quickly, we must hurry along. The will signing is due to begin any minute.
So, how many barrels do you guys produce here?
He gives you some large number. I don't know. It sounds large to you.
It's between 12 and a billion.
Yeah.
I really think we need to check all the way to the back just to do a quality check on the barrels, make sure nothing's leaking, you know. It's really, really something we need to check out here. Go all the way as far back as we can.
Bluff. Or diplomacy.
It's about the same. Okay.
Can I help just like chime in and try to help with that?
You can try.
Oh, there's no need to. We can already tell by the smell of the workers here what kind of quality this wine is at.
Yes, very funny.
Well, if you say so, milady.
This has just become just convince Quinn not to get out of suspicion.
All right. So unconvinced by your pleas, Jeeves leads you back up the stairs. However, one positive thing is you actually found the vault. You notice as you follow Jeeves up the stairs, both of you, because you're the actual ones in the party that have high perception, you notice there's a very large key ring hanging off of Jeeves's back pocket as he walks. It jingles and jangles with several different keys, including a very large iron wrought one.
And what were the other ones made of, like popsicle?
They're all popsicle keys. All right, I gotta piss. So let's take a 5-minute. We'll come back and reconvene the party at the top of the stairs.
Oh, hold on a second.
Agatha.
Hold on a second. Luke,
Yeah.
they've been taking a tour of this place.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna do you guys, and then
Okay.
the party's gonna come.
I was gonna say we maybe spent 5, maybe 10 minutes so far in that room. I just need 10 more minutes. That's it.
No, you'll have the full 10 minutes.
All right.
Because I imagine you guys weren't just sitting there like, well, we can't fucking pick up the will. I don't know what to
I
do.
like to imagine you were just playing craps. Like I was literally throwing dice at the wall.
you're like playing poker, like Texas Hold'em with Agatha. She's like, Yahtzee! I win again!
Oh my god.
Alright, I'll be back.
Grandma.
It's like if
Rummy.
you win, I'll give you the will. If I win, you sleep with her.
I keep on saying grandma, but it's his mom. She's just old.
Hey, Reeve. Sorry if this doesn't work. We'll see.
If this isn't looking like it's going to work, I can guarantee you straight up that I'm gonna try to just run into that warehouse and go get the money from the vault.
With all those huge ass knolls.
Listen.
Yeah, it's cool.
Well, you guys
Listen.
don't know about that yet.
Listen. It'll work. It'll work. Forget what I
Well-
just said. It'll work.
If somebody can tell Reeve that where the key is, he can at least try to steal it. He's got decent.
They
thievery.
can tell you where the key is because Jeeves will be the one who hands it to you as you take the money from.
Yes.
Yeah, feeling some confidence there. I'm also gonna
I
go
can
take a leak.
mention
I'll be
if I
back.
choose. I believe
Me
it's
too.
time for Reeve to get the key.
Yeah. Officially, the correct way, not the killing and murdering.
No, well, I mean, if it comes to that.
Nah.
Well, you know, if.
Hmm. Why is everyone on mute?
Because it's the cool thing to do.
Man, fuck you, cool kids.
You just wish you were one of us. Or them,
Forever.
I guess, now.
What? One of who?
Or them, I guess, now, since I'm not muted.
Oh, welcome to the club, buddy.
I've folded to peer pressure.
Of the one person not muted. I'm glad you did.
Exactly.
Everyone's frozen, so I don't know if they're moving or not, or even here.
They're not
You know,
frozen for me.
The
What?
only people not frozen are you and Luke.
Let me see. Brandon isn't there. Jason isn't there.
Oh, now you're frozen. Never mind.
Luke just got back, so.
It's true.
Luke's not frozen.
Yeah, no. Brandon and Jay are gone.
I hear a woodpecker in the background. That was a woodpecker. I know. Ah, there it is again.
This is very entertaining for the Twitch audience. Well, though we are very thankful for you guys
Who-
being here.
There's a newcomer. What was it? No, that's you. Lone Wolf is you. There's Lord.
Yes.
Someone. Lord and
Lord
Devious
Hakuten.
are.
Yes, Lord Hakuten.
Hello, everyone.
This is super riveting. We're on a 5-minute break.
We do very much appreciate you guys coming out and watching us.
We understand if you never come back.
It happens, you know.
Yeah, I mean, Bailey really fucked this one up. It's just...
Wow, what is Bailey's fault this time?
Well, what isn't?
Oh, that's the good question, man.
It's always the captain's fault.
This is the most relaxing vacation ever, right?
Listen
Yeah.
to the woodpecker, guys. It's the woodpecker. It's like every 5 seconds if you count Mississippi.
Oh, I actually still can't hear that music for some reason.
Oh, I don't think should be any playing.
Oh.
There is. I hear the woodpecker.
Oh, fuck, for real? Sorry.
Yeah. It's still the the nature path
You
music.
guys just got
Okay.
auditory hallucinations.
Alright.
Don't you have any
Quinn.
what is that music? That dun 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 na, na, that's like high society shit going on.
Classical
like
music. The
harp-
classical music.
Yeah,
You're
that's
thinking
what we need.
harpsichord music?
You mean this?
Yes.
Like Not the same.
That's a bit more like epic battle.
Yeah.
Everybody up.
Oh dang!
Epic maneuver.
Unrelated to anything else we're doing, I just got 4 early access codes for the Super Smash Brothers 3DS demo.
Oh snap!
Nice.
If any of you guys want that, I got
If I had a 3DS, yeah, I would.
Ew. That's loud.
What's that Pachelbel song, Celeste? The yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, like you literally just said the title. You're like, well, what's the name of Pachelbel's canon?
That Pachelbel thing? What is that?
Oh God.
Oh
Oh shit.
I think I found it.
My charger. My purse is so far away. I can't reach it.
Oh, it's all fucking shitty covers because it's SoundCloud. Go figure.
Yeah.
What?
Anyway, we'll just keep going with ragtime for now.
We're
Alright.
on the ragtime all the time.
All right,
Well,
Reeve
Amarin.
and Roxy, you've been up in Agatha's room for a couple of minutes. There's a plate of like sandwiches on the table, like little tea sandwiches.
I will lead Reeve back over to Mrs. Catorsi. Again, not too close to her, but you know, probably within her vision range.
Okay.
All right, I'll walk over.
I will then give him a knowing glance. That's just the term I'm going to use, a knowing glance. And say, Mrs. Catorsi, it was wonderful meeting you.
Oh yes.
I feel, though, I should be honest with you, as Reeve was... Well, he was very concerned bringing it up himself. I will then stare deeply into her eyes.
Well, her eyes are closed. She's been blinded by a disease.
You can still stare at him.
I will stare deeply at her closed eyes and cast domineering gaze on her.
Oh shit! Stealth check.
Stealth check?
Yeah. And
Stealth?
then
Alright, well that'll be different then.
to make sure that she doesn't know you're doing it.
A stealth check when she's blind?
Yeah, you're invading her mind, aren't you?
Oh, well. I mean, I guess
That
so.
way.
I guess so.
I guess.
Alright, here's the stealth check.
You're fine.
Boom.
It's good news because wearing foot pads actually makes it easier for them to not know you're inside their brain messing with their memories.
That's the closest thing I could have given you to make sure that works. All right. She's considered in a helpless state, so your attack automatically hits, and she doesn't notice it's happening. What is the effect?
I am, of course, here on the power card, it's telling me stuff about, you know, where to move them or deal damage to them and stuff like that. I don't care about any of that. I'm simply, literally, like, true blood trancing her as I speak to her.
Okay,
Just
I'll allow this.
lulling her into a calm state to where she'll accept everything I say.
Oh, yeah,
I just want to point out that we're not allowed to lie to them according to you, but we're okay with getting in their minds and taking them over.
Well, it's
That's-
not lying.
You
That's
don't know
not
that's
lying.
That's not lying.
Inception is totally cool.
You're like, oh, yes.
Mrs. Catorsi, Reeve had a bit of an accident some few years back.
Oh, no, my poor Reeve.
He's fine, though. He's fine.
Oh, good.
Reeve, if you don't mind unbandaging your arm. As he
Oh.
does that,
Oh,
if you're going to,
Yeah, I'll start doing it kind of cautiously. I'm eyeballing you like I don't know what your plan is.
As he
It's
does
a good
that-
idea.
I'm going to sort of flick my wrist with the gloves that I'm wearing towards his arm and cast as many motherfucking prestidigitation effects to give it a glowing heavenly look.
Oh god.
Instead of the dark demonic look that it currently has.
give me another stealth check because now the guards are taking notice that this is all happening.
They're in the room with us?
They're standing at the doorway, but they're hearing everything that's happening.
Oh, they're
not-
hearing everything. Okay. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Here we go. 32.
Yeah, you're good. The guards actually don't even look in the room.
So I'm trying to make it as heavenly looking and not as evil looking as possible as he unwraps
Well,
it.
she can't see it, so there's one thing solved.
This is true. This is true.
You can make it smell like strawberries. That
I'll
might.
make it smell like strawberries.
Okay. I'd be like, here's what is happening.
You see, Reeve had an unfortunate accident that affected his arm. However,
Yeah.
he has overcome that difficulty, and I'll kind of glance at both Reeve and his arm, and continue telling her. So, if anyone asks if anything strange is going on, the butler perhaps, since actually no, I don't think Gawd would know that he's new.
No, he wouldn't.
The butler perhaps, or anyone else, this is simply a small misstep in his claim to his fortune, but he has assuredly overcome that challenge and he is fine for it. And I'm sure that he's actually been working together with his arm, honing the two together so that it will be perfectly fine to sign the will itself. And I'll stare right at the arm as I say that.
Reeve, endurance check, +10. It makes a quick lunge for the mother, like, and then kind of backs off, like, shaking violently.
Can I actually go over to the will?
Sorry, what?
Can I actually go over to the will itself?
Yes.
Do I want to kind of like look at it first, and first I want to notice the weight of it, if it feels different. You said it felt like it was artificially weighted, correct?
Correct.
Do I feel any difference in the weight when I use either one of my arms? Like, does it respond differently to Reeve?
It doesn't respond differently to Reeve.
Okay.
The real Reeve.
And while he's just kind of talking to this mom for a minute here, now I'm kind of
I'm sure he's fine as long as he's fine.
whatever. I want to unfurl and kind of like read into it. Like, do I see anything in fine print or any kind of really
It
shady
is
stuff?
sealed with an enchanted wax seal that you cannot open no matter how hard you try.
Okay. Does it look like I could like turn it sideways and look in and like read some of the letters and possibly like
Yeah, you could try. You
turn
could
the
try.
pages around?
You could try with a streetwise to kind of see what's on the inside of it, but it's not going to tell you a whole lot no matter what you get.
Yeah, I figured.
It looks pretty standard. There's some legal mumbo jumbo, but nothing like arcane or weird sounding.
Nothing like your soul now belongs.
Yeah, nothing weird. There's like, Article 7 of Particle 3B says that the estate will be donated to UF-57 while the entirety of the inheritance will belong to Reeve and blah, blah, blah.
Luke, is Mrs. Catorsi considered an ally?
Is she?
I think she's pretty mind controlled into being an ally right now.
I mean, I have no problems with her at all.
She doesn't have any problems with you.
Alright, so she's considered an ally. She's she's blind anyway.
Yeah.
So this last part, so the guards don't hear, I will use my thought projection
Okay.
in her mind instead of speaking it out loud.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell her that since she's still under the command of the domineering gaze, which is not technically a gaze, I will tell her to be sure that there's tell Jeeves for me that there's something strange about the will he's produced for us, and we figured out that something is amiss. We want to make sure that this goes through as smoothly as possible. Have him reveal to us.
Oh, nothing to worry about. Jeeves is just paranoid is all. He had it enchanted by Magic Merle, you see. He's the only one that can pick it up or unseal it. And then, of course, there's the standard blood rite that is involved to just make sure that my progeny is protected.
What does the blood rite entail?
Oh, it's just, you see, he pricks my finger with the quill, and then he pricks Reeves' finger with the quill in our family blood. it will nothing major, of course. I mean,
Oh, okay.
were it to prick someone else and have them sign it, though, it would react violently to the magic.
Are you able to tell Reeve this at all, or?
Well, she's speaking out loud. She doesn't
Oh, okay.
realize that.
So Reeve instantly goes over to Vaude and just kind of pulls him aside and kind of starts whispering. So how is this for a plan? I've got. I mean, since this is not going so well for you, what about if we really
Everything's
need
going
this
smoothly.
blood? If we really need this blood in me, like if I need her family blood inside of me, I got this weird hunger lately,
Oh
and
my God.
maybe I can use that to get some of her blood inside. Like, maybe I could just take a bite or something, or get a little bit of it flowing in me, and maybe not have the thing react violently. What's your opinion on this one? You're more of an expert on this whole whatever this is,
Wow.
raw meat connoisseur, I suppose.
I'm trying to think what Vaude would actually choose.
I mean, this is okay. I'll put it this way. This is what Reeve would probably say. This will help me and Reeve really become one if we can share this blood.
Actually, I'll look at the arm and see how it reacts to that. Or if I need to make a check to see if it does anything.
Anything for that?
It gave a very strained thumbs up.
Vaude will shrug. And go back over to Miss Catorci and tell her, Miss Catorci,
Yes.
would you allow us to see this process in the works before we go about this? I'm unfamiliar with this. This is actually very interesting.
Well, I think we should wait for Jeeves to be here. See, he's the actual one that has the spell cast on the will, so he's the only one that can dispel it.
Oh, no. I just mean to see a quick example of how this works, not as we're going to actually do it right here and now.
Well, she kind of holds up her elderly hands. Well, you see, Jeeves will take the quill and prick my finger. Hopefully, I've got a little bit of blood left in there.
I'll
Can I-
look
can I-
over at Reeve.
Yeah, I'll go over and possibly. Should I prick my fang on her finger?
Yes, and as I see him start to do this, I'm going to do two different things. I'm going to, let me see if I can. One is a minor action. I mean, I'll just use any other action for the other one. I'm going to A, dampen any noise. I'm pretty sure prestidigitation can do that, sort of like dampen a noise around her voice if she says anything, as well as thought projection into her mind. Oh, so it would go something like this.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. So it would go. So you say it would go something like this. All right. And then I'm guessing Reeve is coming down with his fang.
Yeah, I'm just gonna poke her with one of my fangs and just kind of try to get some blood in.
Stealth check, Reeve.
Oh man, this is gonna
You're
be
good at that, right?
I say I am. That's totally different from actually being good. I do have. Hang on a second. I do have to make sure this goes well. I'm gonna use my lucky charm. It's recharge. I think from we've slept since then.
You have slept.
I can. That's the only one I can use for skill checks. So I will add a D6 to it. No,
Okay.
that might work. Not a lot, but something maybe.
You prick her finger, and your fang actually causes a fairly substantial gash in her finger, which begins bleeding. And Roxy, your prestidigitation manages to dampen the noise somewhat. She goes, "Oh, my finger! What are you? Don't do that yet! Don't wait for the ceremony!" She exclaims.
I want to immediately Have I drinking a little bit of the blood? Gotten it,
Yeah, I want to see that he's actually,
Finger.
consumed at least a little bit. Does he do that?
Yeah, he's definitely done that.
Okay.
Partially thanks to the terrible stealth check. Like, he got her down to the bone, pretty much.
Well, that's the marrow's the good stuff. So I want to rip off a tiny little bit of the wrapping on my arm and
Okay.
wrap it around her finger.
Oh, okay.
And
Would you like to say
hopefully-
something? Who's
Yeah.
touching me?
I just wanted to be like, oh dear mother, I'm so sorry. We just pushed a little hard on that one. Make sure it'll be okay. And I'm wrapping it up, and I'm just kind of holding.
Vaughn will say,
So-
"Oh, that was all my fault. I'll use prestidigitation to clean the area of the wound as well."
Okay, yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing.
And
All
I
right.
can have up to 3. I'll clean the area with 1. With the other one, I'll make the bandage disappear.
Ah, very nice.
That sounds awesome.
You can so just so you know, you can only have one prestidigitation effect active at a time.
Are you
So
sure?
This is pretty sure.
Because I'm staring right at it here. Hang on,
What
let me
does it
see.
say?
Hang on.
So basically, making the bandage disappear would end the sound dampening, and it would finish cleaning the wound.
You can have as many as 3 prestidigitation effects
Okay.
active at one time.
Okay, so you have 3. One of them is to make the bandage
A
disappear.
small bead of sweat runs down Vaud's face as he...
Things are
Contains.
rapidly becoming a lot more difficult.
Well, it's okay because the plan Reeve has here is now he has blood in him, and now she possibly has the crazy thing that's been wrapped around the arm this whole time.
Mhm.
So if it gets poked, it might get a little bit of the mixture, so that it feels a little more like it's
Highly unlikely, but interesting thought.
No, your opinion doesn't matter. You're not important here. Just the DM or something.
All right, you've internalized some of the blood. You don't really know if that's gonna work or not. But
Yeah,
at this
not really
point,
sure that's how blood
I
works.
disguise myself as the dog.
at this point, Roxy and Vod kind of look at each other and be like, "This is gonna take a miracle."